Primary asset is the gold project. The Cerro Blanco Gold Project has 1.2 million ounces of high-grade gold. It's permitted for mining, and that $230 million that was invested in it is an enormous amount of infrastructure, underground development, portals, explosive magazines, administration buildings. We've picked up just over $2 million worth of mining equipment as well from Marlin.
So we've basically built out a land package around a very well-known mining camp. That mining camp is called the Timok Mining Camp, which is in eastern Serbia. It's kind of like thinking about Sudbury in Ontario. You know, it's a very important old camp in Canada, and there's been a lot of exploration around it. So we've done something very similar in Serbia.
Canasil Resources is an exploration company and prospect generator focused primarily on silver discoveries in the central Mexican silver belt, a highly prospective area. The team has a very well-regarded exploration team and already has one indicated discovery on their belt, with several more prospects out looking for joint venture partners to join them.
Here at the 2018 Natural Resource Symposium in Vancouver, and I'm sitting down with Grant Williams, co-founder of Real Vision TV. Grant, thanks for joining me today.
It was good to see you, as always.
We're here again, as we were last year. Everyone's looking forward to your talk. We like to joke, you have a proclivity to rank higher than Rick Rule in the speaker rankings.
Well, I'm not going to divulge the contents of the email he sent me last year because it's not fit for general consumption, but I don't think I've ever laughed so much reading an email as well he sent me last year.
I'm going to burn one of my jokes, but it'll be okay. It tells me, among other things, that it's been a long time since you've worked for a boss.
Yeah.
You need to pull that back a little bit, just to ease off on the throttle a little bit.
That's fair enough. That's fair enough.
That's funny. Let's talk about financial media, as you are the co-founder of Real Vision TV. You have an enormous following here at Sprott and among our clients. We love the product. Where do you see it going in the future? You have so many products coming out, related projects. It started as long form, on demand, deep dive kind of with experts, alternative thinkers often. What's coming with Real Vision?
Well, you know, look, we did start off as long form, the kind of stuff that you just couldn't find anywhere else. And it was really, look, we had no idea what we were doing. And Raul and I were the first people to admit that. We just thought it'd be a good idea and no one else was doing it, and so it would be useful. And you know, the response has been overwhelming. We've been just shocked at how people have taken this. And you know, the funny thing is, wherever we go in the world, and it's happened to me numerous times already this week, you know, people, when they come up to talk to you about this stuff, they all say the same thing. They say thank you, which is, you know, no one says, oh, Real Vision's really cool. They say, I just wanted to say thank you for Real Vision, which, you know, in the finance industry, I've said this before, but when you work in finance as long as we have, you get paid or you get fired, and neither of them comes with a thank you. You know, it's interesting to see that. So we've branched out and responded to as much feedback as we can from people to try and improve the product. And a lot of that has been creating different content, shorter, more actionable content, trade ideas, technical analysis classes, you know, the psychology of trading, everything we can think of that will help educate people about markets, particularly given the perilous state of the world today. And you know, I think inexperienced people look at the last 10 years and say, well, everything's great, nothing bad has happened, this is fine. And you know, when you've been in finance for a while, that's the time when you really start to want to worry about things, or at least check your assumptions regularly. And so if you can check those assumptions with some of the smartest financial minds on the planet by just listening to them talk and think out loud, it's you know, it's a great thing to be able to do. And I think the people that come on have been incredibly gracious with their time, and sharing those insights with the audience has been you know, incredibly useful for them.
You are a subscriber-based business model. That's got to be pretty important when it comes to, if you want opinions, original opinions, honest opinions. You don't have the conflicts that say CNBC.
No, we don't have any conflicts. And look, we started off with a very simple premise, and it's been at the core of the business from day one, and that is, let's sit down with smart people and let them talk. And we don't care if they're bullish, if they're bearish. We genuinely don't care. We just want smart people, because I think the more time you spend listening to smart people think out loud, the smarter you become. And you might not agree with everything they say. They might have a completely different viewpoint to you, but a lot of the time it's just that one little sentence, that one little phrase that someone will say that'll stick in your head. And you know, you find yourself faced with a situation that sends your mind back to something Jim Grant said, or something Carl Bass said, or Jeff Gundlach, and you think, yeah, how did they handle that situation? And that's priceless. To me, that's real knowledge. It's not a guess about the future. It's not a prediction. It's knowledge, and knowledge is invaluable, if you ask me.
I don't want you to give away what you're going to talk about today to me, but I got a feeling it's not going to be "Don't worry, be happy. Everything is fine" since last year.
Well, look, the title of my presentation is "Cry Wolf," and it's that for several reasons, which you'll find out tomorrow. It's a story that I heard a number of years ago that kind of stuck in my head, and when I sat down to think about what I was going to talk about this year. Because whenever I talk here, I try and make it about resources, and to me, the most important one for me is gold. So I always kind of try and talk about gold. And this story that I'd read came into my head, and as a way of explaining the world and explaining some of the things going on, it was the perfect allegory for me. So I built a presentation around a story about wolves, but you'll have to wait until tomorrow to find out what it's all about.
Ruling the suspense. Thank you very much, Grant, for joining me today. Really
You're
appreciate
welcome.
it. Look
Good to be
forward to
here.
it.